Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. Motherly Instincts, Part 9. That should keep you busy for a while, Rayla said. She had gotten the elf's weapon wedged deep into a large boulder. The elf was struggling, and Rayla had thought she had won, but then it went downhill. She looked away for 1 second, and the next thing she knows, it's her on the floor, protecting herself from the mega weapon with her daggers. You aren't getting out of here alive. Are you sure about that? Rayla smirked, and she used all her strength to throw him off of her. She was so short of breath that when she got him off of her, she didn't have the power in her to get up. So this ended up with the evil elf on top of her again. No. Rayla was now panicking, more than she should have. You think you're doing those kids a favor, but they need to die. They aren't normal. No one needs to die without reason. They are just children, and you killed their mother. They must die. They are cursed, supernatural. I was doing the world a favor. By killing 2 children who can learn to control their powers? That is hardly a favor, just murder. Rayla struggles under the force of the blade and the elf in front of her. I will not let you hurt them. Just then she felt a strong breeze flow around her, and the unnecessary weight from the elf man was lifted from her stomach. Rayla, quick! Callum had run over to his wife and helped her up. He assisted her in walking to the exit, and once he had set her down, he went back to the cave and done more powerful spells to block the man in the cave area they were just in. Rayla slumped down next to the lifeless woman and looked at her right arm. It had a long cut, and it wasn't that deep, but lots of blood was falling out of it nonstop. Callum walked back to them and saw it. Rayla, your arm. Callum, it's just a scratch. Rayla jumped at the pain of the wound when she felt 2 small hands around it. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. The little girl was at Rayla's side, helping her calm down. She closed her eyes, and Rayla's arm reflected a golden glow from the little girl's hand. She lifted her hand, and not only Rayla gasped, but Callum as well, at the sight. Rayla's cut was gone, and she felt no pain at all. Thank you. Could you tell me your name? Rayla asked the girl. My name? I'm not allowed to say my name to strangers, but you say my mama and me and my baby brother, so I'll tell you. My name is Maria, and my brother is Asher. I see. Well, how about you try and get some sleep, like little Asher here. Everything will be okay when you wake up. Mira nodded and sat in Rayla's lap, falling asleep almost immediately. Rayla's mouth parted a little bit as she watched the small child elf's body rise and fall as she breathed. I don't think their mother is going to make it, Callum said in a quiet voice. We need to get them out of here. We can come back and give her a proper burial after all this is finished. Rayla carefully adjusted Mira so she could stand up without crushing the child. You know, if the mother doesn't make it, we could always, adopt them as our own and finally have that family you wanted, Callum said, holding Asher in his arms. Really? Rayla smiled and happily complied with Callum's idea. Rayla stepped towards her husband and kissed him on the cheek. Now, let's get out of here. Ezran and Ellis will probably be waiting for us, Rayla decided.